Hey guys, it's Blake from Dark Bribe Gaming, and yeah, haven't uploaded in quite a while, but I just had the urge to make a profile. It's Blue Eyes, Blue Eyes White Dragon, one of my favorite monsters ever. So the structure that came out Wednesday at the OTS stores, decided to pick it up. Shout out to Steve for like the advice that he gave me. He's been playing it for a while now online, but I just kind of recently picked it up. Started tweaking it and decided to go with the pure version. No Primite because I can't afford it and I don't really care for it. But I went with pure hand traps. Yeah, played at the celebration, the Structure Deck celebration today. Almost got first. I wanted that mat, but went 4-1 and it was 17 players. Matchups were round one was Sharks, two old Sharks. Then it was Chimera, two of them. Round 3 was Melodious, went to a game 3, crazy match. Shout out to Jonathan for an insane match. I'll get into the side a little bit later, why I won that one. Round 4 was Christian, shout out to CJ. That was my loss. Amazing player, he's our like head judge here. He just knows that deck so well. And it was close, but he took it in game 3. I think I misplayed. I'll get into that later, but I misplayed a little bit. It might made a difference, might not, but regardless. And then round 5 was 6 Sam FTK. Shout out to Nick for that deck. Good match, went to time, as it tends to do. Combo decks do. But I managed to win in time there. So I went 4-1, got second place with this. It was pretty fun, pretty great deck. Definitely need some tweaks, but I love this list so far. But yeah, let's get into it. Start with main decks. 42 main deck. So we got the one and only Blue Eyes White Dragon. 2 copies. I got the anniversary and the Shadow Jump promo. Next to the DDS Blue Eyes that I have, my favorite arts. I'm not playing my DDS in this. If my deck gets swiped by someone, and I'm out like a lot of money. So just playing the 2. And the 1 Jet. This is pretty good. Didn't do a whole lot today. I didn't brick on it, so that was nice. But it's nice to get out with Roar or Sage's Effect from hand. I triggered a couple times, summoned it. I was waiting to that point anyway, so it wasn't too bad. I did keep forgetting that I needed Blue Eyes on field or grave to use his effects. So I have him like twice, I think. But I think it's solid. It protects your cards from being destroyed, such as your True Light, which is a necessary card to keep on the field. So I like this. I'll probably keep it for now, unless, you know, it gets bricky, but there you go. And then on to the normal summons. 3 Sage, of course. Insane card now. Searches out your maiden. Which is right here. 3 her. So the Sage and the Maiden are the starters. The best starters in the deck. Sage can search Maiden. Maiden gets you True Light. Maiden comes back. Synchro for days. People have seen this by now, but and when she's targeted by an effect, which is a lot of the deck does, target your own monsters, you can summon a level 1 Light Tuner or Blue Eyes from grave, which is really good. And then I played 3 Neo Kaiser Seahorse. Performed perfectly. It's not as strong as the other 2, but it did its job. Like, I wanted to maximize the normal summons here. And it worked out pretty well. It got me where I needed to get to. You know, 2 Spirit Dragons and a True Light down at the most, so it was pretty good. And a bunch of hand traps in hand, so that was really good. And then I tried the 1 Master. It's not needed. It's just like a little extra push. Like, if you search it with Sage or Wishes, and that's your second normal, then you get Sage back or Veiler back from grave. But if you're not searching with Sage, you can just get another Sage and get another Veiler to hand. So that's just as good, honestly. But sometimes you want to get him and then get a Sage back, and then use that to get a Blue Eyes from deck, trigger the Maiden by targeting her. Sometimes lines the lines you take there. You want to go that route. So didn't come up too often, but resolved a couple times, pretty good. Those are the main monsters. And then to the spell, this is also a starter. 3 Wishes, the biggest Ash bait of the deck for sure. It's a -2, like, well, it's a -1 if they Ash it, but you lose 2 cards, which sucks. So I want to cut it down to 40 as best I could and, draw that Callby, which I countered an Ash with it today, which was funny. But this searches your level 1 tuner and another spell, except itself. Gets you whatever you need. You need a Sage to summon, or you need a Maiden to get your True Light going. This is also not as strong as Sage or Maiden as a starter, but it still gets you there if you have another way to normal summon. And then we got the one of, so Mausoleum of the Emperor, yeah. Mausoleum of White, search with the link 1. You just need the 1. Very rarely, like, you'll need to search the second one, but it's just so bricky. Like, I opened this a couple times. I opened a lot of one-offs today. So you just play the 1 of that. I played the 1 Roar. You could bump to 2 if you want to save your True Light search for something else. And it gets you Blue Eyes on field, which is like what you're trying to do. So I could see, I might bump this 2 and try it. We'll see. Ultimate Fusion. Another one of that you don't want to open. It's pretty bad. But it gets you to your Tyrant, which is so good. Resetting traps and everything. Attack all monsters. It's like an extra push card. And I'm keeping 1 in for sure. I don't care how many times I draw it. It's too good. True Light. The most insane card in the deck, really. Once per turn, set a spell or trap that manages Blue Eyes from deck, or special Blue Eyes from hand or grave, and either one is really good. So this gets you your Wishes, this gets you your Roar, or gets a Blue Eyes from grave, and then you can trigger Maiden to come back. The 1 Majesty, also like mandatory, you gotta play 1. Non-targeting Destruction triggers your Jet, which is great if you remember to keep a Blue Eyes in grave, unlike me. But anyway, yeah, and then we got our other bricks. Well, 1 more bricks. Synchro Rumble. Obviously I'm playing Crimson. I drew this a lot. I want to take it out and I don't. You don't need it, but sometimes your hand, like, they just stop your plays, and you just need that 1 level 9 your Spirit to become Crimson to search this, and you have another level 8, and then you get your 2 level 10s out, or level 12s out. So this is sometimes necessary and sometimes a brick, so I'm not sure what to do there. 1 Talents. I don't like more than 1 right now. It drew me 2 cards today. It bricked today. Like, I drew it in like simple like game state, didn't do anything. It got negated a bunch, so that's, that kind of sucked. But 1, I just like 1 right now. 2, I don't know. I don't want to open 2 like ever. Callby, just my saving grace. Like, this is negate Ash for your Wishes, basically. I opened this a lot today. Stay at 1. I think I like it at 1. I like it at more, but I won't get into that. Next, hand traps, and there's a lot of them. So of course, 3 Veiler. Standard in this, you can search it with Sage or Wishes. Add it back on grave. Triggers Talents, or makes Talents live, but it's just so perfect for this deck. You have to run 3 Ash. It's Ash. It saves. It wins games sometimes if you play it right. I mained 3 Droll, and I mained 3 Fualos. Talking to CJ, who played the Crystron deck, who beat me, and he said he doesn't main this if the deck needs to go first or can go first. So that's fair. I didn't resolve this once. I opened these together twice. I played Droll. It was okay. I probably should have just played that instead. Drew a bunch and then played that after. Wasn't thinking. That was like game 1 of round 1, but I still won that game. So they conflict, so I'm probably going to side these. going forward, but it puts a lot of pressure. It's a great card. It's expensive for a reason. It puts pressure on your opponent. They got to play around it. Always an advantage when they have to think on their feet. And then we have 3 Imperm, because it's Imperm. Great card. Probably my favorite trap ever. 3 Dominus Purge, because it's all light basically, except for Fualos and Droll, which are wins, but that doesn't matter. It does stop Ash from... You can't play your Ash after you play this, but from your hand. But that didn't come up. I opened both of these once. I played the Ash first, and then I played the Purge, so it was fun. So, yeah, this card was insane. I reset it with Tyrant a couple times. It was wicked. I think that won me the Melodious matchup, but part of it anyway. So yeah, it was 18 hand traps here. A lot of hand traps. Is it 18? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yep, 18 hand traps, which I did brick a bit with them, like too many, but they were also hands with the one-off spells like Rumble and stuff, so they were the worst. Hand traps were a fine number, I think, for this build. You can cut them. You can cut these. Like, you don't need the main Drolls. I just, locally, I like doing it because people play into it. But that's the main deck, 42. Extra deck. 2, Spirit. New Spirit guy. Amazing. He got Impermanent Veilered, like, every chance it could. For good reason. Searches Mausoleum and brings back Blue Eyes from grave or hand. Yeah, just gets your engine going. Like, he was made specifically to get made in Blue Eyes on the go. So, 1 Spheres, standard. Didn't need more than 1. I think it saved me once. It's not a Spheres pass deck, although I did do it once today. I don't know if I can't remember if I won that game, but get you another Blue Eyes. I think I did win that game because it got me another Blue Eyes, which got me a Maiden. And I just, like, had enough hand traps so that I stopped. Like, I bounced the normal summon and then hand trapped them and got Blue Eyes, Maiden, and just kept going next turn. So that was perfect. And I can also get Neo Kaiser out, and then you can use that to link into the Link 1. But he's okay. 1's perfect for this. Synchros, 3 Spirit. 2 or 3 people usually run. Yeah, I think I went to my 3rd once. Probably don't need 3, so I got the Ultra, but at the same time, I'm gonna need it as soon as I cut it, so I might keep it at 3. There's a bit of wiggle room in here anyway, so get you your, okay, I was put this out here. The Ultimate Spirit Dragon new card. This gets out that. And it'll be destroyed at end phase, but then once it's destroyed, so it gets another Light Dragon from grave. The Omni Negate, it was perfect. That one. I also get this out with Crimson Dragon. I should put Crimson out first. Play Crimson, like I said, played Rumble. This can come out from him, so then you can go into your... If you get 2 spirits out, you get him, and then he'll tag into either Cypher or Cosmic. Or Cipher. Win the Cipher a bunch. Like, always won the game if he was out. I got him out. I won that game too, but he's like the 3rd one you summon. So, didn't really come up a lot, but so I might cut it. It's just a win more card. Yeah. Because he'll protect this guy, and he won't, so I want to keep him out. And then a few utility synchros. Lightstorm came out once, popped a couple back rows, nice. You can hard make them, or you can make with that and summon him in defense, and 3k defense, pretty good. The other effects didn't come up though, because I just won the game after. Moonlight, I summoned it once, it was good. I bounced to Kragan actually. Summon off him, has been defense, but it was fine. Ancient Fairy Dragon for Timed. Never came up. When it was time, it wasn't my turn. So, but that's to destroy Mausoleum to gain a Thou. Can summon off him. And the 2 fusions. Tyrant, amazing card. Neo, just for the negate of a targeting. Came up a couple times, great. This card, man, just resetting Imperm, resetting Dominus was so good. So easy to make. Like going second, you equip this to Blue Eyes, make him. You can't target it once, and just clear the field. Set a trap from grave. Yeah, amazing card. And then I actually synchroed with it too to make Spirit, and then I went into these guys. So perfect card. This deck, one's perfect, one of that's perfect. I'd probably take it the Cosmic for something else. I'm not sure yet. Let me know if you guys think of anything. That's the extra deck, and then the side. I mean, depends on your locals, but 3 Cyclones. So this one copy of this card was the only card that I drew out of my side cards today, and it was against Jonathan Melodius, and he went first. I hand trapped him to death. He set Strike. I had a monster out, and I just Cycloned the Strike, and you could tell he needed that Strike because he was devastated. So this card is like always in the side at locals. You can go first with it. You can go second with it. Banishes, which is better than destroying nowadays, obviously. Always staying in here. Great card. Get rid of Floodgates if you need to. And going first, set it, banish a field spell that's trying to get its effect going. So 3 Lancia for the Malice matchup. Didn't see any Malice. I don't think anyone played it today. The two players that play it were on Blue Eyes and Crystron CJ. And Nick was on Blue Eyes as well. I didn't go against him, but he plays Malice, but that was useless. Speaking of Blue Eyes, mirror match. Didn't have a mirror match, so this was useless. Like, locals is so varied that this is probably pointless. Like, I could just put in Fualos inside instead and be fine. Although I could go first with this too. If they stop me, then once I get more monsters than I do, I can play this. So there's always advantages and disadvantages. And then we have the going first cards, Solemn Strikes, and 3 Solemn Judgment. Side them in every time I went first, game 2 or 3. Never saw them. 42 cards, never saw those cards. Like I said, I didn't side this, didn't side this. I sided these, never saw them. I sided these a couple times, saw it once. And yeah, that won me the game against Melodius. That's the side there. Again, like the deck has so many hand traps that, I mean, I didn't really need more. I just wanted stuff that blew out what I thought I would play against. This is just generic enough to work. And if I go first, then take out Fualos, take out, Droll if it's not that good or something. Just put these in. Yeah, that's the list. 42 cards. Very happy with it. It was a ton of fun to play. First time playing the deck. Like, I've been doing, test hands with it since I got into it a couple weeks ago. And really fun. Primate is way better, but shout out to Nick for getting third today with Primate version. Need to have a match for sure. It'd be crazy. Actually, there we go. My favorite art. One of my favorite arts. Yeah, it's everything here is from the structure except well, these are cheap anyway, but like you don't need, except for these 3, but they're not needed. So they're like $20 each, and this one's like 10 cents as a common. The rest is in the structure. Like, this is one of the easiest decks to make right now. It's solid. If you learn it, you can really, really perform well for you. But anyways, I thought I'd do a deck profile. Wish I got first, but that's it. Did my best. I played really well today. Minus a couple misplays, but second place, went 4-1. Yeah, OTS is in 2 weeks here. At locals, I might play this, I might play something else. I don't know yet. But I might upload a profile anyway at that point. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you later.